What's going on, everybody? It has been a long time, hasn't it? So, yeah, I'm basically coming out of retirement because, number one, we're getting more clone troopers, dark side clone troopers on top of that. We're getting an Order 66 raid where we are fighting either against clones or against Jedi inside of the Jedi Temple and carrying out Order 66. We are getting lifters to Lord Vader. This forum post is very exciting, but yeah, I just kind of want to let you guys know. So I have been back to playing Galaxy of Heroes for quite a while. I came back originally when Captain Rex dropped for the Phoenix team. I saw Captain Rex and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I've got to see what he does. And then right after Captain Rex, we get the Marauder Galactic Chase. And at that point, it's like just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. And yeah, we are back at it, and I've been taking advantage of a lot of Lightspeed bundles to catch up. I've gotten in some really nice guilds that help me kind of catch up on my roster as well. Like you can see, I've got Reva. I just finished my farm for Bo-Katan Mandalore and got her up and running. You can see here we got one Bad Batch character here. We're going to talk about Bad Batch in a little bit, but yeah, a lot of Lightspeed bundles that help me catch up. The double drops help with Leia Organa Lightspeed bundles for Luke, for Sith Eternal, for Jabba, and then farming Jedi Master Kenobi on the side, working on Profundity, and then of course right after I get Profundity, Punishing One comes out, so then I have to work on Executor, which I unlocked, and then I was starting to work on Leviathan, because, you know, you gotta get those ships built up for Grand Arena, and then this news dropped about the Dark Side clones. So now I'm pivoting back towards Lord Vader and getting him built up, because I really wasn't focusing on him, because I've heard and I've seen footage that he just is not as strong. He's one of the weaker Galactic Legends. So I figured with everything you have to invest into him, I'm better off spending on characters like, say, Bo-Katan Mandalore, Grand Inquisitor, Jar Jar Binks, Starkiller, that kind of stuff. I'm much better to work on those characters because I'm just going to get more out of them versus all the investments I have to put into Lord Vader, and how many of those characters can I really viably use. So I put him off to the side, but now with this forum post, which we're going to dive into here in a second, he's getting dark side clones with him that are going to lift him up and make him much more viable, hopefully. Or hopefully it makes him better. We'll see how that all pans out, but yeah, surprise, I'm back. If you watch Scribe's channel at all, you may have seen a video he and I did a couple months ago where I did let the cat out of the bag that I had returned. So some people, if you have seen that video, already knew I was back. But yeah, I'm back, and really the main motivation for me being back is that we're going to make videos about clone troopers in another raid, ladies and gentlemen. How exciting is that? I had to dust off my computer. I had to roll out my recording footage. I had to remember how everything was set up. It took me 20 minutes to remember audio settings and get everything in sync. So things may still be a little rough around the edges in terms of audio. I apologize for that. I'm going to have to get things figured out. But yeah, for now, we've got some videos to make. But really today, we're going to be diving into this forum post, Era of the Revenge of the Sith. Hello, holotable heroes. Welcome to the Era of the Revenge of the Sith. This is where the fun begins. Yes, yes. Quite so. I literally was walking out of work Friday when this forum post dropped, and I was screaming when I saw the Dark Side Clone Troopers. I was yelling. I messaged Meathead right away. I was like, this is the best start to a weekend I could have thought of, really, right now. So, yeah, here we go. 20th anniversary Revenge of the Sith. I feel old. Hopefully you guys don't feel as old as I do. But yeah, we've already gotten 2 Dark Side clones announced, Appo and CX2. Appo, if you guys don't know who Appo is, there have been some people wondering who Appo is, you do see him in the movie. He is the clone trooper that says, "I'm sorry, sir, it's time for you to leave," to Senator Organa. That is him. So that's where you're going to see Appo from, and hopefully he does get that line as an ability name. I'm going to be very disappointed if that's not the case. CX2 is from the new season of Bad Batch. He is basically hired, or he's like a sniper clone, a trooper, and he's sent to go eliminate CX1, who had been captured. So we can speculate about who the two Dark Side clone troopers are going to be, and there's going to be another video about that. One I think is going to be pretty obvious considering some of the other characters we have coming in, like Jocasta Nu and Mace Windu, which we're going to get to here in a second. And I'm wondering if the final clone is gonna be a tie-in with CX2 and Bad Batch. We'll see, but I've got some good ideas on who these Darkside clone troopers could be. We'll get into that in the future. But also 2 more Jedi Vanguard, and then of course the big announcement, Legendary Mace.
In the purple corner, hailing from Haroon Call, coming in at an astonishing 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. You love him. You need him. He is your people's champion, legendary Mace Windu.
So this one I'm pretty excited about. Legendary Mace Windu, that's great. At first I was like, oh, Galactic Legend Mace, but then I was like, no. Is this just a legendary Mace? I'm assuming it's just a legendary Mace Windu. That would make the most sense. It's a little too early to have another Galactic Legend already. God, could you imagine? We just got Ahsoka, and now we're getting another Galactic Legend. So I'm assuming this is just a legendary Mace. And I'm going to be curious to see the full requirements of this. I have a feeling we're going to get something silly like a Relic 9 Mace Windu is going to be required for him. Hopefully not. We'll see what happens here. But also, in addition to that, the Lord Vader raid. Oh, one other side note. I would love it if one of these was Sindralig, the Battle Master of the Jedis and the Jedi and the clone and the Jedi Temple. That'd be really cool if Sindralig was one of these. We'll see what we get with that. But also the Lord Vader raid, and this is a little bit of a misnomer. It's called the Lord Vader raid. He is not going to be an available character for the raid. We're going to talk about that here in a second. So it being called the Lord Vader raid, I'm wondering if we fight against Lord Vader and the clones, where we have to take out like waves of clone troopers while fighting Lord Vader. Maybe we're fighting against the Jedi, but the way it's called Lord Vader and the fact that he's not a usable character, I think we're fighting against clone troopers and Lord Vader. We're fighting against Order 66. We'll see how that all pans out. But some characters that are going to be required for us. The new Bad Batch. That one stings for a lot of players because a lot of people skipped out on this team because it just wasn't needed. I went for it because I'm a psychopath, and as soon as I see a clone trooper, I throw my wallet at it. But yes, I know they're not clone troopers, which we could talk about that another time. But yeah, a lot of people did not go for this team because we did not have an event character for them. We did not have any type of event built up for them. This was really a skippable team, and a lot of people skipped out on it. Now, thankfully, Omega Fugitive just went free to play, or sorry, not free to play, but farmable in Darkside 3D Hard. So you can start farming her up. That means that we'll be seeing Batcher here soon as our next farmable character, then Hunter, then Wrecker, and then finally Crosshair. But as you can see, I went in on this team, and we'll do a video at some point showing off this team. They are very good inside of both Territory Wars and Grand Arena. They are incredible. Those Omicrons, especially the Omega Omicron for Grand Arena, is stupidly good. The Hunter Omicron is incredible in Territory Wars. This one, I'm starting to realize the Omicron on Crosshair is not as necessary, but when you're fighting against non-Galactic Legend teams, Crosshair is a monster there. But yeah, we're going to talk about that later. So yeah, Bad Batch will be farmable soon. So for those of us who skipped out on Bad Batch, which is going to be like 95% at least of the player base, luckily they're starting to become farmable, so we're not too far behind on that. The next thing is the era of Revenge of the Sith characters. So this is one where we already get an idea. Revenge of the Sith era units. We have the Darkside clone troopers. We have the Jedi Vanguard. We have Mace. Mace will have to be a raid character. There's no way we're not going to have Mace be a raid character, which is a little weird considering he's already dead by the time we do the temple raid, but whatever. It is what it is. So I would imagine your Jedi Vanguard characters are going to be part of this. This also means Jocasta Nu, which is the current Conquest character, will also be part of this. So I imagine a lot of these characters we will see inside of the temple raid one way or another. Keller and Beck and Shakti make a lot of sense. They are both there for the temple raid. Yeah, we'll see how that all pans out. But beyond that, I'm trying to think what other characters we could see. I'm wondering if we get, like, I don't know. I'm trying to think some Galactic Republic characters. Maybe we get, like, General Skywalker. with the 501st, which would be weird. We could get like, I would assume like maybe Jedi Knight Anakin, or just I don't know, Kiadi Mundi maybe. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I will also curious to see if the old Bad Batch will be part of it. I don't think they will be. I think we're not gonna be able to use them, but you know, maybe they throw us a bone. We'll see. We can speculate that on another video for the future. But yeah, Lord Vader is not going to be usable inside of the inside of the raid, but these new Darkside Clone Troopers will be a lifter for him. It is going to be great because he just really he's really lacking Galactic Legends. So I haven't really focused on him yet because he's just so easily beatable. He's one of the weaker Galactic Legends, and for the amount of stuff you have to invest in him, it's hard to justify that investment when you can get so much better returns on other characters. So hopefully the Darkside Clone Troopers give him a nice lifter, but also Grand Moff Tarkin will be getting a rework, and you'll be using him with the Darkside clones, which makes perfect sense because Tarkin is a big part of post just after Order 66. He's a big part of the military. You see him in the original Clone Wars show. I think you see him a little bit in Bad Batch as well. So him leading Darkside clones makes sense. If you don't have Lord Vader, it looks like Tarkin with Darkside Clone Troopers will be a nice team. Of course, we'll do some video testing with that. But there we go. That's what we're getting for the raid, and then we get the idea of our era battles. Era 1 will be Nightfall, where we execute Order 66 and take on any Jedi in our way. Era 2 is Crimes Against the Republic, where we use Jedi Vanguard from the Era Revenge of the Sith and try to arrest Darth Sidious. And what they've said here is era battles are similar to assault battles, but for a limited time. And it was stressed by Meathead, they will not replace assault battles. That was a big worry, is that we were losing out on assault battles and that we would have to invest in these new characters to keep up with these era battles, and we're losing out on gear and credits and stuff because assault battles are going away. That is not going to be the case. Datacrons, if you really care about them, unless you're in Kyber, you really don't. But yeah, we get our first look at some focused Datacrons, get an idea of what our episode shipments are going to have, and then our episode track information, where we get Apo first, and then CX2 will have an episode pass quest. So CX2 will be the second clone to come along in this first era of Revenge of the Sith. So yeah, there you go. Legendary Mace Windu, Darkside clones, lifters for Lord Vader. Man, I am excited. This is a big one. I cannot wait to talk about clones in another raid. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys excited for this stuff? What are your plans? Are you now going to be focusing on the new Bad Batch team? Let me know what you guys think down below. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you guys are glad to be back as well. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys next time.